Hey Scrappy friends, welcome back. So today we are celebrating Scrappy Kathy's 2,000 subscribers to her YouTube channel. So congratulations Scrappy Kathy. I'm really happy to be helping Kathy celebrate 2,000. I've done it again. I've come upstairs and started recording before I've caught my breath. Just a second. Shouldn't do that, should I? So I'm going to be working with where to next, and I'm going to be scrap lifting a layout of Kathy's, and I'll show you when I get to the desk what layout I've chosen. But before I do get going, if you're not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. Please, if you enjoy the video, give it a like and let me know in the comments what you've enjoyed. Not sure what to say, just pop an emoji, represent Scrappy Kathy or scrapbooking or celebration in the comments. It'd be lovely just to interact with you. Okay, that out of the way, let's get scrapping and catch my breath.
So the photos are of baby Isaac, and I'm just showing you there the layout of Kathy's that I am scrap lifting. It has this strip down the middle with the photos on, and then so a cluster up at the top left and bottom right, and these banners across the page below the photos. So I'm just sorting out my strip in the middle first of all. I'm matting this on black card. So the background piece and the strips are cut to 11.5 inches. And I do decide to begin with, I'm going to scallop along the top of the blue piece that's going under that gorgeous star paper from Where To Next. And then I use my Hey Little Magpie board dies for two bits to come below the photo and below that middle strip. Just about the photos, I have printed them on A4 photo paper, and I just size them in Word and done a landscape orientation, sorry, I couldn't think of the word then, of the page, and then put the photos on and printed them as a collage like that. They are of baby eye, and he does love a selfie. Well, to a 6-month-old baby, he's smiling and laughing at the baby in the picture, isn't he? He doesn't realise it's him. So yeah, he's just on my phone. I've got my phone holding it in front of him, and he's just loving it. He's having a lot of fun. I'm just snapping as I go, and he does love sticking his tongue out. He's a really funny little lad. So that border strip of scallops that went along the top of that strip, I have actually turned it around. Decided I just want the straight edge along the top, and then I've pulled the scallop stickers out of print shop, and there's some words from I think out of print shop and Where To Next. Looking for some washi. I didn't get the washi with Where To Next because I've got so much that I don't use, so I didn't buy any more. Didn't realise there's washi stickers in the papery set at this point, which you'll see I notice later. This is washi tape from Amy Tan, it looks like, and I thought like the pinks and the oranges in it went quite well with this collection, so I thought it would be okay to use on this page, and I'm quite happy with it. So just again going through the chipboard stickers there, looking for a phrase to put at the top, and then just coming and working on this cluster at the bottom there. So I decided to get the main background piece stuck down to the mat at this point because I'm fed up of it moving about, and I do stick my middle panel in, and you'll see later on I end up having to move this up a bit. So, and because you'll see I use the wet glue on the little green bit that comes below the middle panel, I have more trouble getting that up than I do with the ATG because I, stick it down whilst it's still wet, which makes it a pretty permanent bond. So I do end up having to get my, adhesive remover out, which is actually a stamp cleaner for when I use glue on my stamps. But it's just same as an adhesive remover. So we're a bit off yet from when I have to move everything up. So just placing this border strip, this is on a black pattern paper. Below the photo are photos of baby eye, and then I'm just going to start working on the title. So I decided I'm going to go with Hay, which is from the Puffy sticker sheet, and then from the Alphas, I do Good Looking. So Hay Good Looking. I thought, with him looking at himself on the phone, um, was the right kind of title for this. I was just counting my letters then to make sure I still had enough to do this because I'm going to be using 4 O's. So, the look I've had recently with alpha stickers where I've had to use, lots of different fonts to get my title because of running out of the letters I want. So, yeah, just use just double checking I had all the letters first. So at this point, I've realised it's all too low. I can't put anything between the title and the cluster at the bottom left. So I'm pulling it all up to lift it up the page a little bit. So you see me there with the adhesive remover, um, which does leave a little bit on the page from that green scallop piece, but I have managed to lift that up. I can't, it's one of those things where you only know if it's there. I Once the adhesive remover's dry, it actually looks okay. You can't see that I'd made that boo boo. Um, so just read it, placing the title again. I do end up moving this a couple of times because I'm not quite happy with where I got it. I thought it looked great when I first placed it, and then I couldn't quite get it right when I had to move everything up. So yeah, I do faff about this for a little bit before I move on to the banner. Um, so with the banner, you'll see me in a minute, I do put quite a few different bits into it. So I've got the pennant pieces from Print Shop sticker sheet, as well as from Where To Next sticker sheet, and there's a few other bits you'll see coming up in a moment. So still messing with the title. Okay, so this little folder people have asked me about a tutorial on making these. I'll put a link to my friend Sarah. She's done one recently on uh, her channel, and seeing as it's her showed me these, I'll link to that video for you. So just again going through the stickers in Print Shop as well as Where To Next, because I'm wanting some banners and I'm having trouble finding what I want in Where To Next. So I pulled these banners out of Print Shop, and first of all I'm just going to leave them on the safety pins that they're on and sort of have them looking like they're being fixed to below the title. I then get the little slightly smaller banners that are in Where To Next, and try and sit them in between. And I do end up changing my mind as to the placement with these banners. So yeah, move that out a little bit. What I do end up doing is getting my scissors and cutting the banners off the safety pins. Um, So yeah, just faffing with them where I want them for a bit and then give up and decide no, it's not where I want them. So here we go. I'm just snipping the sticker down, getting that safety pin piece off it, and then decide no, I am going to do what Kathy did on her layout and have them going all the way across. I think Kathy's used either washi pieces or pattern paper for her banners. Um, Hers were all a little bit bigger. Using some wax twine here. So I do get some wax twine to have that sort of strung across the layout for, where my banner's hanging from, to ground the banner across the page. And I'm just getting some of the Hey Little Magpie flare out and printables that Sarah designed to coordinate with Where To Next, because I'm going to use that in my banner and embellishment clusters. So just getting the twine fixed down reasonably somewhere reasonably okay. I do end up securing it with some washi and pulling it a bit taunter and moving it slightly in a short while. But yeah, just getting everything placed that I want on that wax twine. You see I've bent over the labels so they are hanging over the twine, and then with the flare, and that one's kind of hanging in midair at the moment, but I do move it and I do ground them onto banners. I find some banner pieces I forgot was there in the embellishments in a moment, and hang them on here too. I've took the bit off the bottom of a rosette piece. I didn't want the words on the rosette piece, and I've got that hanging from below the flare. So here I am, just securing the twine a little bit better with the washi tape, and placing it a little bit better as well where the twine's coming across the page, and going back in with placing everything along the banner. As said, with the flare, I do actually ground them onto some of the bits hanging from the twine, just so they're not, looking like they're hanging from midair. Oh yeah, just doing the other side of the twine. I thought I did both pieces at the same time, but I didn't. Okay. So I do spend a bit of time faffing with this banner piece across the page, but I am really happy with how it finishes up. I think in a minute is when I go through the embellishments for something else on here and realise I have those banner pieces. So you'll just see me do that in a minute. And adding to those clusters at the top with that third piece of flare. So here we are with those banner pieces. Because the wax twine, I'm happy with where it is now, and I don't want to mess about moving it. I don't string the twine through the holes on these banner pieces. I just sort of tear through the top and hook them on. And I'm not too bothered about how that looks. You can't really tell that well when the page is finished. Let me know when you see the close-ups, how you think it looks. Please be kind. But I'm okay with it, and it's my page. So yeah, I think it looks okay. I'm just now, I was thinking of hanging this word and decide no, I don't want to do that. And I find another one of these banner pieces that's got a word on, which I can't remember. I'm sure I do add it, but I kind of, yeah, there we go. I moved some of the banner stickers around a little bit to make it all look a little bit more um not not really even, but kind of more pleasing, I suppose the word. And then just going through the papery and die cut ephemera now to pull out some pieces to add to these clusters. I really did not think I would use, you'll see in a minute, I get the really big camera papery piece out, which I didn't think I'd use. When I placed it, I was like, no, that's not going to look right there. But the more, longer I left it there whilst I was working on other bits, the more I liked it. So it does stay there. You'll see me get that in a minute. But yeah, just going through and pulling out some little bits I think I might use before like going back to building the clusters. There's that big camera that I've popped there in the corner with the scalloped piece over. I do end up with it hanging off the edge a little bit, so I do actually try and trim it straight with the very edge, the very far right edge of the camera and the scallop off, and I think it lines up okay to the edge of the page. And it does stay there. I do leave it on the layout. There's not much left now. As I said, I'm just going to be building up the clusters. The cluster just above the photo of Baby I. But do please check out the links in the description for the rest of the participants in this hop celebrating Kathy's 2,000 subscribers. And as I said, there's also going to be the link for that folder that I keep my sticker book and the big sheets from the papery set in there as well. I'll link that for Sarah's channel. I did cut off the top of a tag there to tuck under the panel in the middle, and I'm just adding half a label and something that's going to ground that flare piece at the top. Don't think there's very much else that I add. I'm doing that thing again where I know I really, really, really want to cut a label, and don't want to faff about with the Gemini again, so I just find stuff that'll do instead. um, I've left this bit in where I start gluing. I've cut out a lot of the gluing, but I've left this bit in because I'm putting 3D foam on the back of the flare piece. So there's glue, as always, on the chipboard sticker piece, and then I put 3D foam tape on the back of the flare because it's layering over that chipboard piece. And then, yeah, just go around with the wet glue to stick everything down. Another look at Kathy's inspiration piece that I'm scrap lifting. And then, yeah, we've got some close-ups for you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.